Welcome to another board game review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a game that I already did before, and that is Combat Commander Europe. Now, why am I going to be reviewing it again? Because in the limited amount of time that I have to do these videos, I didn't manage to get the message across. Now, I also have Combat Commander Mediterranean. I'm not going to be talking about that one today. I just wanted to say that this is not an expansion. It's actually the second part of the game. If you buy both, you get the complete Combat Commander series or system, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at what comes inside the box. First of all, Combat Commander is a card room war game. So you get 3 decks of cards. Each of these are gonna correspond to a certain force, either Russian, German, or American. Now, we get a bunch of counters. These counters are things like smoke screens and stuff like that. I keep them separate because it's easy. This is your track. Here you keep track of your victory points, casualties, and stuff like that. Reinforcements. Now, we get the rulebook and the playbook. The rulebook is probably one of the best books, manuals that I ever read. It's so easy to find something. If you're looking for a certain rule during your game, you just reference the index and it goes so fast. You also get a bunch of maps. These already include the ones that are in Mediterranean. So I thought you get 6 double-sided maps in every game. So these are the maps. Most of the board gamers out there are not going to like this because these are paper maps. Now, I don't mind it a bit, and they're very functional. They're not that pleasing to the eye, but they're very functional. What else comes inside the box? Of course, a lot of counters. A counter trade. Thank you, GMT. So, these counters are going to be used to represent your forces. So I'm just going to take one. There's an American force, a line force. And you're going to be placing them on the map as corresponding to the playbook, the mission you're playing. So I'm just going to place one here. They have 3 values at the bottom. The completely left value being the fire power, the middle one being the range you can fire, and the completely right one being your movement allowance, so your movement points. The top right corner also has a number. This is your morale value, so that is for taking saves and stuff like that. And sometimes in between those two will be another number, and that's gonna be on a commander. So the commanders get command points and they can use them to make troops move with them. So what we're going to be talking about, I'm just going to be talking about the very basics of the game. Let's say that I would have a commander in the same space that I would have a line. You can have stacks from up to 7 guys. So on a squad there will be 4 guys printed on it. On a team there will be 2 guys printed on it, and you can combine them as long as you don't go over 7. And let's place another troop next to it. There we go. Now we have a German troop. There we go. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be attacking with the Americans. We're going to be attacking the German player. So how does this work? Well, it goes actually pretty simple. Just take a look at your cards that you have in hand. Most of the times it depends. If you're going to be an attacker, you're going to have 6 cards in hand. If you're a defender, you're going to have 5 cards, and if you're on a recon mission, you're only going to have 4 cards in hand. So I'm just going to take a couple to show you something. So let's say I would like to attack them, then I would have to play a fire card. So here's a fire card, and I get to choose on who I play it. So I play the fire card, and I'm going to play it on my lieutenant. Why? Because he has a command value of 1, which means that he can activate all units within 1 hex of him to do the same order. Not only that, but you're going to see that later. So he's going to be activating the line troops that are in the same hex as him, and the green troops that are one hex to the side of him. Now you get to choose which force you're going to be using as your base value for attacking. So I'm going to be choosing my line troops. Why? Because they're going to be having the biggest firepower, because of the lieutenant given a bonus of 1. Because he has 1 command point, he's going to be given a bonus of 1 to all the guys that are in his hex. So he's going to be having a value of 7. Now for each chip, I'm going to count +1. So 7, 8, 9. You're going to have 9 total fire value. So you're going to place your marker on the track on 9. What you get to do then is draw a card, and you get to reference the die roll on there. So in this case, this is a 10. 10 plus 9, 19. So you get a total value of 19. So you place it on 19. Now, what does the other guy do? The other guy takes a look at his morale. His morale is 9. So these guys fired at the German, but they fired across a fence. So they're going to be having a -1. So instead of 19, it's going to be 18. Now, he doesn't have any cover, otherwise he could use a cover card. So what he's going to be doing is he's going to be taking his 9, he's going to be drawing a card from his pile, but I'm not going to take it out now, so I'm going to be drawing it. He only got a 3, so I could say I'm going to use my initiative card and pass it to the American player and have a redraw. So he draws again. Now he gets 6, 7, 8. He gets an 8 and he has a 9, so he's getting 17, which is just not enough. 1 point short, otherwise he would have been on the same level. So he's short. So what does that mean? That his troops are going to break. So you flip over the token. Now that unit is broken. They're going to have decreased stats. If they ever break again, they are eliminated. As simple as that. Now you also get other things like artillery support, machine guns, stuff like that. Everything except tanks. Combat Commander is known for not having tanks. It's an infantry-based game. So, that all being said, what do I think about the game? I remember this is just a very, very, very brief review, because you have other things like movement, and certain things are going to cost more. Like if you're moving across a road, that's going to cost less for your troops, and if you're going to be crossing, let's say, a wood, is going to be 2 movement points for 1 space, stuff like that. Of course, all these terrains are going to give you different covers. A house is going to give you a better cover than let's say, like you're standing on a wheat field or something like that. If you're on the road, you're going to have decreased cover because it's easier to target you. Stuff like that. I think this is a really good game. It's a really fast playing war game. And if you're into war games, I would certainly recommend this one to you. It's a card-driven war game, so it's probably not going to be for everyone. If I had to say something about it, like compare it to another game, I'm going to be comparing it to Memoir 44. Everybody's going to hate me for saying this, but I would say this is Memoir 44 on steroids. Not just steroids, on steroids and Red Bull. You have a lot more choices. And this is really a war game, where Memoir 44 is actually just a neat war game. Neat card game. So, that being said, I really like the game. I really like how it plays. And I hope that if you're still undecided about purchasing this game or not, I would certainly recommend you to get it. The price is a little bit on the steep side for what you're getting, but that's normal with most war games. So just keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed the review and it helped you make up your mind. See you later. Goodbye.